choir before?
Oh yes, of course.
That way back 2 years ago. Now, yesterday was a day in Bombing when you delivered your annual report, right, for 2025?
Yes, yes. So it was a very good day in Bombing. We reported to our people for the year 2025
Have you been reporting before?
regularly, regularly.
Oh, so you do it every year?
Every year. Matter of fact, at times I even do it on a quarterly basis. So
Ah,
I
okay.
reported to my people every year. That's something I've done when I was even in District 5 as representative, District 6 as representative, and I continue that in Bombing County. Not just continue, but introduce it.
Because I think I read somewhere that you don't usually report.
Yeah,
on all of that.
I saw the proliferation of attacks or critics on social media about my report. I'm happy that it generated so much public interest this time around. But there are, we can prove it, that we've always reported to our people. We can show you electronic copies, we can show you hard copies. You can, give you websites where you can go on social media and see how far back those comments have come from on our report. So it's not something strange to us, something we've always done.
Okay. Now, I know I received a copy of the report electronically as well. So let's get into it. What are the standout issues there?
Well, Julius, again, as senator of the people of the county, we try, like I said, this is something I've done for many years now as representative in District number 5. I did that as representative in District number 6. I did that as representative in Sanger District, Bombing County District 1, and as senator. And I feel that, Julius, when you're given a responsibility, you must always go back to those that give you that responsibility and give them a report, no matter how large or small or how good or bad it is. It's good to report to them. So what we did this year, we did the report into segments. We reported to our
Well, first of all, before we enter into, who all did you invite in terms of leadership and key personnel in the county?
So this year report, we invited the county leadership, the county local administration, that's the office of the superintendent. The superintendent sent her school, but she was represented by her deputy, principal deputy, the superintendent for administration, assistant superintendent for administration. We also invited the civil society. The chairperson of the head of the civil society in Bombing County was present. He spoke there. We invited the marketing association. The president of the marketing association was there. He spoke there. We invited the religious community. The president of the Christian community of Bombing County was there and spoke there. The chief imam of Bombing County attended. We invited the transport union. The transport union head was there and he spoke there. We invited the Tottenham Borough city mayor. The city mayor was there. He spoke there. We invited the Bombing County chief education officer. He was there. He spoke there. Then we invited all schools in Bombing from every district, from Soyamaka district, from Dewan district, from Tear, from Clay. We invited 2 high schools from Bajaka, the plantation schools. We invited the schools in Tottenham. And all of the schools were there. All of the schools spoke at the program. It was very, very well attended. Matter of fact, we had targeted about 500 persons, and we got far more than 700 persons in attendance.
Ah, okay. Were there critics as well, and were they allowed to speak?
The matter of fact, Julius, I will ask you maybe in your spare time, just go back on Facebook, and the program was live. And I was even shocked when, after the program, there was an interview with the media, and someone said it was from OKFM. So I was surprised that OKFM had sent someone all the way in Tottenham, for something.
I think we have we have a correspondent there.
Ah, okay, I see why. But it was so good, Julius, that like the students. For example, during the course of last year, we provided jobs for 375 students. Quick impact, for
part-time, short-term, very short-term.
Very short-term, 4 days, 3 hours a day, $5,000. And I was surprised when almost all the students came out. There was a girl from Sasstown that came out and said, Senator Snow, it's because of you I'm in school this year. The money you gave me, which you thought was so small, that's why I paid my fees way to be in school this year. And with so much excitement. And countless of the students talked about it. I was surprised when the religious community referenced some of the work we're doing. The marketing association, the transport union, the matter of fact, I don't know. There was one person who came up, the commissioner. We invited the commissioners, the chiefs, the elders, and all. So the chair of the commission association, called Commissioner Momo Pisek, he said to me, he said, Senator, I like your report. I'm reading your report. I follow your report. But I got one problem with you, and that problem is that you have not made representation for our salary. Our salary is less than $100. You people got the budget for $1.2 million. You even put this money in the kitchen.
$1.2 billion.
$1 billion, sorry, you even put this money in the kitchen, the hallway, and all to divide the money, but they increase our salary. And I just corrected him that the only senator who voted against the budget on the purpose of harmonization was me. Well, two, Senator Koga and myself, but I was because of civil servant salary and harmonization. So I corrected that. He said, oh yes, I made a mistake. But just, it was so positive. It was so good yesterday that, I've always done that. I'm not surprised, but it was so good yesterday. And I want to say thank you to the people of Bombing County. We also talked about our scholarship students.
Yeah, before we go there, so now we entered the report itself. It starts with the Senate. What you've been, so you have your opening statement there, then it goes to at the Senate, what you've been doing there. On February 4, you brought to the attention of the Senate a grave concern regarding Western Cluster, Government of Liberia's MOU. Let's talk about this Western Cluster. It is one of the things you are critiqued for, that you're one of those who fought to bring back Western Cluster, and perhaps you all may have done some allegedly corrupt deals to bring them in, or may have benefited from some form of corruption. So this is why the county hasn't benefited, and you are just there. What do you say to that?
So, Julius, I would do nothing to rob the people of Bombing County. Say what you want to say about me. I know myself, and I work very hard. I believe in hard work. I've worked for many years, and I believe that, especially when you serve people, you should give back to your people. As I ran for the Senate in 2020 and went around Bombing County, one thing that came to every doorstep, or every center or forum that I went to, was the hardship in Bombing County. Lack of jobs, lack of business opportunities. When I got elected, the first thing I did was to engage the government that, look, you have a mindset here. If these people cannot come back, then let them relinquish the MDA. And we engaged Western Cluster, which I did in good faith, very good faith. It was politicized. You know the story. I don't have to go into it. It was politicized when I knew I was doing my best. People accused me of pocketing $14 million. Matter of fact, I saw one article yesterday, the money the kids I got, and you know what's in the studio. And I will be very disappointed if this government that I know, which I'm opposition in, will know that I've been stealing all that kind of money, including $14 million, and they come after me, they're really very weak. Then maybe they stole some money themselves, that's why. So I'm encouraging them to launch an investigation. And if any dime that I ever receive as kickback or from Western Club, even free as gift, let me make it public and let me face it full with the law. So it's baseless, it's false, it's unfounded. And, your detractors will always say things about you. So these things don't move me, make me stronger. In politics, I like when my detractors criticize me. They make me to work more. So what you just said with Western Cluster, we wrote the Senate. And I said to the Senate, look, I was whipped here for Western Cluster. Even though nothing has changed, we're still at Western Cluster. Now I think they say the iron ore is low grade, so they have scaled down on their own. The first year or two of the government, they were still trucking. They even were trucking more than they did before. So it tells you that what we did was not as bad as it was publicized when the current ruling party was in opposition. So we wrote the Senate to review as Western Cluster. You either come back to do this thing better as per the MDA, or you relinquish the mine so that the government of Liberia can go into negotiation with new investors so that the people of Bombing County will benefit. We want roads, we want schools, we want medical centers, we want better living conditions for our people. Yesterday we were having a public debate or public hearing, I was in Bombing on AML, Aston Bitar. You think I'm not jealous to say we want to see me for bombing? We want it for bombing. So I told my people what I've done to the Senate. I wrote the Senate. We've had meetings and we continue to engage. So that was the first thing that we'll talk about in our report, like you just indicated. But again, we got no money as kickback. There was no corrupt practice there. And I challenged this government. This is an open challenge to the Unity Party-led government to launch an investigation. And if there's any foul play in my involvement with Western Cluster in providing jobs to our people, let them make it public and let them prosecute me.
And it goes on to say you call on the Senate to ensure compliance and begin the process to ratify the MDA as required by the MOU. Snow highlighted that the memorandum of understanding signed between the government and Western Cluster explicitly required that the commencement of the ratification of the Mineral Development Agreement within 1 year of the signing. Did that happen? Did the concerns you raised, you reportedly raised about lapse of more than 2 years, Western Cluster failing to fulfill its obligation under the MOU, raising concerns of compliance, accountability? Has anything been done about these things?
Nothing has been done. Matter of fact, Western Cluster informed us over a year ago that they have sent they're being in talks with the NIC and the government in the possession of a draft MDA for negotiation, but we've heard nothing more than that. And we hope that the government, in good faith, will engage Western Cluster. And if they lack the financial or technical capability to operate the mine, then let them relinquish it for the people of Bowman County, because the people of Bowman County should be the prime beneficiary of their assets.
How can people access this report electronically so that...
On my report, the matter of fact, I have a website, edwinsnow.org, so it's on my page. My office has a website that we run. It's public on my website. The soft copy is here. I can put it on my social media page as well. My media team in and out of Liberia following this interview, so I will ask them to make it public so that the public can go through the report. But my website is Edwin Snow, or lowercase edwinsnow.org. So it's there.
Yeah, so this session highlights a whole lot of things you did at the Senate, which we may know about. On February 17, 2025, you saw plenary's urgent intervention on matter of disenfranchisement of Liberian businesses by concession companies. You referenced B Mountain and others into that. On February 26, 2025, you requested a summoning of the Director General of the the General Services Agency regarding vehicle purchase threshold for public officials. March 19, 2025, you flagged the violation of the turning laws and proved the indulgence. So there's a whole lot that is highlighted that you did at the Senate, which of course a whole lot of people may have heard. But what was your highlight in terms of as a senator? What are you proud of in 2025 that you think you really did well at the Senate?
Well, we did a lot in the Senate, and to be honest with you, to just take one and then say this is where we did well.
No, as a person, like
that's why I'm talking about me as a politician. That's why I said we. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but let me just, for the benefit of the public, I as a person, Julius, the advocacy role that we played in 2025, no matter how much we're criticized for those roles, we believe that, like the turning laws, we had no problem. One of my best persons or friend I've had in politics in this country, besides my age group, has been someone like Clarence Massacre, for example. He was appointed at the LTA, but I thought it was wrong because they were violating the turning laws. So you didn't have to do an individual, it had to do with the process. So we spoke very strongly about the violation of the turning laws. Most of those people were made to resign or forced to resign or resign voluntarily, and appointments were made. So I think that was very important. It was not about the individual, but the process, the system, the laws. We also got involved with the speaker removal. We didn't have any personal interest with former Speaker Kofa, but we just thought that it should be done in conformity with the law. And no matter how long it lasted, for all the months it lasted, we all went back to where we were all speaking of when the Supreme Court ruled, even though the Supreme Court judgment or opinion was criticized and everything, but they still confirmed with the Supreme Court opinion. And today, Speaker Richard Coon is the Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, and we accept that decision. So we've always been able to hold our grounds as opposition. not necessarily to tear the country apart, but to keep the feet of the government to the fire.
What aren't you proud of? Why didn't you do well up Capitol Hill? Why do you think you could have done better?
Maybe what I could have done better was more coordination with people that I think of like minds or the opposition bloc, so that we would have a voice. As the Senate is today, there's little or no voice from the opposition, no strong critics, in the Senate. So as a member of that bloc, I think maybe we did not do much to talk to our colleagues, to explain to our colleagues the role of democracy or functioning democracy is not to say so say one, so say all. And we intend to begin to do that even more. So those lapses we had in the last year, we will try to work on it this year so that we'll make some of the corrections. So some of the things, no man's an island, no one has monopoly over knowledge. So some of those mistakes, some of those things that we should have stood for, the governance commission. You cannot have the governance commission violating the attorney laws and we have them as governance commission. So it means the very fabric of our governance structure is being questioned. So how then can we continue, to have a good governance in place? The issue of respecting the opposition, working with the opposition, the issue of us serving as members or citizens of one country and not which color or which party you belong to. These are things we need to do, and I think we will continue to work on this so that we can have a functioning opposition or functioning democracy.
Ernest Moriba is informing me that Puma 106.3 FM is relaying. Thanks to Puma there, and welcome to you all there from all parts of Bomi in the Western region. Yep, so a whole lot in terms of oversight and all of that is in the report. I said we wanted to focus more on Bomi community engagement. It talks about you launching a county-wide vacation job opportunity for 375 in-school students. You mentioned that, where $1 million Liberian dollars was spent. You've already talked about that. On September 4, 2025, Senator Snow constituted a scholarship committee to vet and award academic scholarship to 100 deserving students at the Bomi Community College. Did this go through?
Yes, definitely. We have the students there now. We have 100 students from Bomi County that are currently on our scholarship program at Bomi Community College that we are fully responsible for. That excludes our students in outside Bomi, in Monrovia and outside the country, specifically in India.
Okay. Is it personal funds, government funds?
No, personal funds. We personally fund those scholarships.
On November 30, as part of his community development initiative, Senator Snow dedicated the C.H. Dewey Central High School multipurpose basketball and volleyball court, a legislative-funded project.
Yes.
What does that
mean? And I don't speak for other legislators, I speak for myself. We received money, one from Liz made money available, I think $65,000. To do a project, legislative project. I took the initiative to do a multi-purpose court in Bomi. The surface, the stands, the lighting system, everything. I actually spent more than what was given me. So the reason you definitely not see the breakdown in the report, because it has to be vetted. We have to send our full report to Liz. I think they'll send to GSC, is vetted properly, then we'll make it public, So that money was given and we did, the basketball court. We also received over $20,000 from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, where we did the town hall in.
That's the next one I was going to.
Saki Town. That hall cost us almost $70,000. So we spent far more than what we received from the government, but these were primarily sponsored or fully sponsored by the government.
So where did the balance money come from?
Personally. So what I do is that whatever we receive from government, if I receive maybe $10,000 from government, and I have a project identified for $15,000, the government is not responsible to add the $5,000. I'll now have to source the $5,000 and add it there. So the two projects I've done have exceeded the amount that I received from the government. So I personally.
How was the decision made to do those projects? Was it from you? Was it from the people?
Well, don't forget, Julius, sorry, you're not a politician, but as politicians, when we go around our constituency or around the county, you have countless requests. There are countless requests. And one of the requests we received 2-3 years ago was from a place, Saki Town. Anyone knowing Bombing will tell you that it's one of the most strategic towns in Bombing County. Is in Senja district, in rural Senja, is the last town. After Sakitan is the Lofa River. Across the Lofa River, you have both Cape Ma and Bapolo. So Sakitan is the hub. They have a kino there that have, provided for them many years ago that they used to transport the people across the river. Sakitan is very strategic. So many years ago, the people of Sakitan had made a request for a town hall. We started doing a project, then we stopped, and we started. So this time around, we got funding from the government. We informed the people that our project through the Ministry of Internal Affairs will go to constructing a modern town hall in Sakitan, running toilet, electricity, DSTV, chairs, tables, everything will be available for that town hall. CH Dewey, anybody who knows the Bombing County school system knows CH Dewey. So what I did, I wrote the county administration and informed them that we wanted to do the basketball court because the students of Bombing County, not just CH Dewey, but have made a request for that, for a modern basketball court. When they saw those courts being erected around the country by the previous government, and the CDC-led government, they've always asked two things. They always want a football field with turf, artificial turf. We're still working with LFA, and if Mustafa Rajesh listens to this program, he will tell you we've gone far into discussion with the LFA to consider making Bombing one of their home ground where they can do an artificial turf. They have consented, and they have assured me that it will be a priority for them in the next round of projects. But this one was for CH Dewey. So I wrote the county administration, including the city mayor, that we could either do it at a park, general park for everyone, or at the CH Dewey. So they, along with the county education officer, told me that CH Dewey already had an old basketball court, concrete basketball court. We can reinforce that concrete and then make a modern basketball court with real turf, real mat on the court. It's not cement. What you see there, July, it looks like it's not cement. It's real mat, international standard. So they recommended that location, and the principal, Mr. Puchu Do, and his entire administration along the county leadership, the superintendent and the education officer were extremely cooperative in helping us to secure the agreement with CH Dewey and constructed the court. So the court is not just for CH Dewey, it's for all of the students. Yesterday, in Bombing, after our program, CH Dewey and St. Dominic had a game, the farm basketball game. CH Dewey won St. Dominic, and we are building our basketball team, even during the county meet. It was that court that the Bombing team used to practice on, even though they had one of the sessions at my residence in Morovia, but they used most of the practice session at their own court, home ground in Bombing County.
Following Bombing politics, one of your biggest critics is Aaron Van Ross. Do you know him?
I feel sorry for Van Ross. And
No, first of all,
I know him very well. Personally, I know him.
Okay, good.
Personally.
So let me read this first of all, before you feel sorry. He wrote this a couple of days ago. Senator Edwin Melvin Snow Jr. made some big political promises to the people of Bombing County that ended in VLA. Construction of the C.D. Dewey Auditorium. VLA. Did you promise to do that auditorium and you haven't done it?
That's a lie, Julius. As a matter of fact, the C.D. Dewey Auditorium was constructed, the concrete work was done by the late Tanu Cooper when he was representative in Senja District. He didn't complete it. When I became representative there was no roof. It was, every time I rained, the place, the place got wet. So I decided I will roof this building, and then the county can take it for now. At least let's preserve the building. Today, yesterday, the whole I had a program. And
so did you roof it?
Yes, I roof it.
But 100%. It is not completed.
It's not completed. But
didn't you promise to complete it?
Never, ever. Never. I said I will roof it.
Go ahead and
roof it.
What if evidence comes up that you promised?
There will be no evidence such, because I did not. I said I was going to roof it, and then the matter of fact, in our last county sitting, we even tried to get the county to make money available to complete that hall. So there was never, I said I was going to roof it, and I roof it, and that's why we use now for exams in Bombing. CH Dewey is using that, and you say yesterday, and that was it. But you asked if I knew Van Ross.
There were a whole lot of claims.
Oh, okay.
Renovation and rehabilitation of the Besau Culture Center. Did you promise that? He said, VLA.
Again, the Besau Culture Center. I wish you could open the land for citizens of Bombing to call.
Yes,
there, okay?
they will.
So, I think 2021 or something like that, Besau used to be the culture hub, one of the culture hubs of Liberia, next to Kenija. I visited Besau and I saw a completely dilapidated structure there. no roof, burned from the war and everything. I think one of the houses that even President Tubbo stayed in when he went to Besau. Very historical town. I said to the county, let's do this. We even made money available in the county budget, the county sitting. Then I said to the county, even while we wait for this money to be approved, let's clean the building, roof the whole place, and put steel doors there, window bars and steel doors, to preserve the building, which I did on my own. There's money available in the county budget through the county sitting to complete the Besau Town Hall, which has not been completed by the county.
So you didn't promise to completely do it?
No.
Build an erect signal tower in Swin Mecca district, Vla.
So do I own a cell phone company? I go to a place, people say there's no network in Swin Mecca district. So you come to the people and say, look, have I rating Cellcom and Orange? I mean, or Lone Star and Orange to visit that? Yes. Have I raised it with the telecommunication committee in the Senate? Yes. Now, Van Ross, as a young man seeking political relevance or whatever it is, does he expect me not to go and start building Lone Star or Orange Tower in Swin Mecca? No. I have made representation. I've represented the county. I've advocated for it. It has not been constructed. They claim that the user or network or the amount of people using it is not up to commercial, whatever reason they give. But we are still making the case for them to do it. Now I don't construct towers. No.
Let me just run through the others because of time. Construction of a modern car wash for the youth of Bomi, Vlad. Construction of the motorcyclist head office, Vla. Construction of the disabled center, Vla. Promise to ensure Orange GFN construct an artificial playing turf on the CHDO's post page, Vla. Promise to provide internet at the Bomi County Community College, Vla. Promise to renovate one dormitory on FTI campus, Vla. These are the things he said he promised that you either didn't do or haven't done.
You know, sometimes it's good to verify these things. It's easy, you know, social media, I just saying the post now from 2021 when I made a commitment to make available $15,000 to roof the building. So you can see, I just said it to you now.
Okay.
On the CH2 thing. And all the other things you asked about that you need evidence for, I have a very good team. So they're researching as they're following this program. I will continue to give you information. You know, Jesus, I was saying something now. Maybe you should read that also from Van Ross. Because like I said, you asked me if I know Van Ross.
Yeah.
I seen Van Ross 2 years ago. I was injured in Bomi County. I was
maybe he saw you as an injured and then you have changed.
He's an opportunist. That's who he is. But he has an umbrella that he flies under and is really protecting him. You know, Van Ross' mother is one of the religious mothers in Bomi County, Mother Zoe Ross. Well respected. And his father, Reverend Ross, very well respected. And he's still honoring the guardianship of his parents. He worked at the port. He's been given a job by Sekou. I think Sekou has interest in Bomi politics. So Van Ross now has new or financial parents. So he comes on now to fight.
Were you his financial parent before?
Yeah, I'm sure, because I did a lot, which I won't say on the air, okay? So he has one of those things. But if you go after Van Ross, because he's not solely independent, he still honor his parents, you know, patronage, you have to draw that in. And it's not necessary. Van Ross' brother, you know my youth chairman in Bomi, the chairman of my youth league in Bomi is Van Ross' junior brother. So everything Van Ross wrote, you know who responded to him? His brother, one man, one power. If you open the line now for Bomi County citizens to call, and if you make an announcement, ask him to call the show because he's listening. He answer his foster brother or his half brother. His brother from one man. My matter of fact, his brother is a junior for the family. He call it David Trocon Ross Jr. His father's name is David Trocon Ross Sr. David Trocon Ross is a youth chairman having Bomi, and he will tell you who his brother is. So it's hard to, and Van Ross hides on that. Because if you go after Van, then you got to draw the poor woman in or husband. They were respected in the country, so it makes it difficult. So my team, most of them won't respond to forever. I say, I'll leave Van Ross. Just 2 years ago, I was injured. Today, he got a job under Sekou. Sekou wanted to run in Bomi County, so Van Ross comes as this big guy.
Do you feel threatened by this? People say you are almost, you and others are dinosaurs in Liberian politics. Your time should be up in 2029. People should vote you out. You have been representative. You've been senator for so long now. Go.
Julius, politics in Liberia, in this country, if I run in any election, I will win it. God first. I'm a people's person. I touch the lives of people. I do what is right in politics. Julius, today in Bomi, I'm the most popular politician in Bomi. I'm not bragging. Go to Bomi County. Just go to Bomi and do a survey or ride with me in Bomi County. Julius, get us money in Bomi politics. The matter of fact, every morning I can hear a new person on the list. I want the list to get longer. The truth is, I've not decided if I want to run or not, or run in Bomi or not, run anywhere else or not. I've not reached that decision. What I'm doing in Bomi now is in fulfillment of my responsibility as senator.
There were rumors that you are trying to run in Riverses, and when you say when you've not decided, then
So-
it seems to give currency to that.
So, Julius, I'm a son of Riverside County. If I want to run in Riverside, there's nothing wrong.
And so, how many places you alone son of Riverses?
So my father is from Riverside.
Okay.
My mother is from Sino County.
Okay.
I was born in Mano River, Great Cape Mount County. At the age of 10, I lived in Bomi with Father Jenkins Gary, the oldest Catholic father in Liberia. I lived with him, went to school in Bomi County. Where you see Unity Party headquarters now, that all school being in St. Dominic. I lived there. I worked and lived part of my life in Monserrado County. So I'm deeply rooted in this country, Julius. And my name, I'm not bragging, but it's a household name. There's nowhere in Liberia you go, you call Edwin Snow name, they will not know. Yeah, you on the radio every day, so everybody will know your name. So there's nowhere in Liberia you go, you call. So, Julius, I'm one politician that has options. I can decide I want to run here, Julius. If I decide where I want to run 2029, I will win there. I don't have to be afraid. Those politicians are using the likes of Van Ross and other people to go on Facebook and attack people. I don't do that. That's not politics. That's not politics. It's one time
Van Ross is of age. He runs his own family. He is a political person.
Take it from me.
And obviously he is coming across as the major thorn in your flesh.
No, he can't be. He's a kid. Van Ross served me before. Julius, I was sending you a post. Read about Van Ross and me.
Others serve you before.
So they
are also senators today. And so Van Ross could be representative and senator.
Van Ross is a little boy. I can't. Van Ross entertains me on Facebook. He's no threat. Don't let him fool you. He's should I say, grandeur of delusion or delusion of grandeur. He's someone who put his
delusion
of grandeur. Okay, he put himself in a space that he doesn't fit in at all. He's trying to play in the big league when he's not even in the.
Are you threatened by Seku's possible entrance
into? Seku was
into?
to run in Soemaka district where he comes from. He can't win there. Before I talk about senator in Bomi County, he can't win. Julius, I'm never threatened in politics. I'm never threatened by anyone in politics. You should know it today on this air. We take it from me. No one can threaten me in politics. Julius, I've been in politics my whole life. My entire life I've been in politics. I was at 27, today I'm 56. Next month I'll be 56 years old. In politics, I won every election with more than 50% of every election I went to. I'll be afraid of somebody. Say, if Seku were to run in Soemaka district today, I can challenge he will not win there. That he has to be afraid of. So Van Roy is one of the directors all going through proper vetting as a partisan. He made director of the MPA. He had a board member run. So he said, let me go on Facebook and start attacking Snow so my board member can let me move. That all Van Roy doing.
Let's come quick.
I know who you're talking about. So when you talk about him, it's laughable. It's very funny to me.
Let's come just to the national scene. There was a
I'm
video.
politics, man.
Quickly, because I have to take a few calls. There was a video I saw before coming here, like you're not happy that the Senate hasn't taken action against the Ministry of Information. Which action could they take? What did you want them to do?
I want to talk about bombing. They won't go to pub to.
No, I just need to clear that one out quickly.
But anyway, Julia, so sometime last year, when the Ministry of Information accused me of trying to destabilize the government, and using ECOWAS, all the lies they said, and I'm happy your fact check did it, and it's on record. They lied on me. It was clearly stated. I completely forwarded to the Senate. So the Senate invited the Minister of Information, and he came in the Senate consultative room. Now, I'm forced to say it on the air like I did it today in the session. He came in the room and he was accompanied by the Minister of Justice. The Minister of Information informed the Senate that he lied. That what he did...
He said that on the record.
So he said, let me quote him, he said he was mandated by the executive mansion to write those things against me. He said who? He just said the executive mansion. He said, did you hear Senator Snow saying? He said, I didn't hear him, but I was instructed, I got instruction from the executive mansion to write these things against Senator Snow. So the Senate said, okay, this is a House of Elders, we face it here. Let's go back, or you go back to the president and make it clear that you lie on Senator Snow, because it doesn't go good for the Senate or for him as a person. Every time we've opened, I've reminded the Senate, the president say, yes, you are right, I will get involved. We had it in closed doors. So today I was forced to bring it outside. That the minister went in our the room along with the Minister of Justice, and the two of them agreed that they would arrange a meeting with the president and clear the air. So for me, you don't have the red letter, but let it be established that you lie on me. It's a major thing. If you Google my name today, you will see that I was accused by the government library of trying to destabilize the government. As a high-profile person in the sub-region, Jesus, I may look like a simple Edwin Snow here, but I'm well respected in the sub-region. Okay? I've headed ECOWAS parliamentary election mission to every country in West Africa. The only country I'm not allowed to head mission is in Liberia. Every country, some of the countries have done it 2 times. Nigeria 2 times. Head of mission, I say member. Sierra Leone 2 times. Senegal 2 times. Or Gambia 2 times. So I've went to every West African country heading those missions. It doesn't look good for me when I'm having major stakeholder meeting talking about peace, and then somebody bring report that I was trying to destabilize my government using my country using ECOWAS. It bothers me. So I wanted to handle it maturely as a senator, but I told the pro tem, I'm very impressed with her leadership. She's done very well as Senate. She has kept the Senate together. But I told her today, I'm disappointed in this one thing, because you, as the head of the Senate, you were there when the people said they lie on me. You say you will resolve it, and you have not done it. So I have to bring it outside today.
Before I go to the line, some people listening in may start saying, so Snow will not run here 2029.
I let everybody confused. Right now in real estate, people confused, in bombing, people confused. Let them waste small. I've not made any decision, Julius, whether I want to run or not run, where I want to run or not want to run. But I will work for the people of Bombay County every day as if tomorrow is election. And that is why I have continuously given the people my report on a yearly basis, sometimes on a quarterly basis. But this report really scared everybody. So everybody was attacking for all over, not just Facebook, all over Facebook. The report, they gave me so much publicity that I really enjoyed it yesterday. And they kind of attended the people that were there, the way we have fun. I didn't leave from CA during campus after 7 o'clock last night, Julius. After the program, the different meetings, the matter of fact, the chiefs were there, religious community, everybody. They went and watched basketball game, were well entertained. It was a very, very beautiful day yesterday. So again, I want to tell them that I think I got to find some kind of event again for me so they can give me the same publicity. But it was free. And they really did a good job.
Liberia is a very poor country. Most of the people are poor. And Bombing, of course, is among the poorest of the poor counties. Does it bother you? When would that sad story start to change, especially with policymakers doing the right things, ensuring that the resources of the country are actually benefiting the people?
You know, Julius, Bombay is a very rich country, not just in natural resources, but in human capacity. Very rich country.
A county, you mean Bombay, right?
Bombay County, very rich country. Very rich county in not just in resources, but human capacity. I remember many years ago, 9 years ago, I was opening a radio station. By the way, my radio station in Bombay is bigger than your station. Even the transmitter bigger than yours, even the community radio station.
Oh. That I think here for?
Yeah, I'll tell you that one. And when I built the station, I think in renting here, we built our own station, 2-story building. All right? We're not renting. Somebody advised me, they say, for that kind of investment, you got to go to Monrovia and bring some journalists from there to operate. Because nobody wants to bomb it up. I said, no. I said, we'll use the people from here. One type of Jedi you, small in the body Jedi you, but very sharp. Jedi you again, small, same way. He became the station manager, Meloshi Rava. He has proven to be one of the best radio stations managers in this country. So have a radio station that will run it and is doing extremely well, very well. That is to tell you the human capacity, and it happens to a lot of other places. The problem we have in bombing, Judah, it will work on 2 problems in bombing. Bomi will be the best county in this country.
What I did?
The tribal politics, and that everything in Bomi is political. Everything in Bomi is political. You got the common people that are being impacted by our work and they appreciate it so well, and you got the political class that no matter what you do, they'll criticize it. We saw maybe Nima County that they got everything. I'm very proud of them. Bomi County, you put the first modern basketball called Osa Moria in Bomi. People criticize you for doing it. Where else people looking for it? People will criticize. But guess what? The people benefiting from it, they like it though. That the so-called politicians, and I tell the people in Bomi, I say, look, I'm very jealous, Julius. I don't know if anybody jealous more than me. But if Julius J is wearing that cap, and I like that cap, I just wear a cap, I will find a cap that better than Julius J cap to wear a cap. But some of the people, they're jealous that you're doing something, but they will do nothing. They should just be a vacuum. So Bomi is a very rich county. If we can just put away the tribal politics and leave and stop being political about everything, Bomi will be number one in Nigeria.
777-700-995-995. Sorry, we didn't start on time. He came a little late than usual. That is why.
But was an FDA program.
No, not an issue.
250,000 people, more than 250,000 people died. Liberal executive in the legislature who served before or are serving now should be accountable. But it has to be done within the confines of the Constitution. Something is happening that is very worrisome and dangerous, as you saw me reporting. It's the fact that people are now using auto-door method to extract evidence. Under the Liberian law, Liberal criminal procedure law, you saw, the law says that the burden of proof is on the state. If a state accuses you that you have committed a crime, and what we pay money for the state to have money to go and look for the evidence. The state don't have, we didn't get the state money to say, to go accuse somebody, then he tell the accused person, come and prove to us that you didn't steal money. That's what's happening. And I made specific reference to the issue of the Clark Foundation. And this is very concerning. Today it may be happening to Clark Foundation, and people think it's a CC thing. But it can happen to so many people tomorrow. The asset recovery unit claim that they have evidence that Clark Foundation was built by using public money. Good. If they have the evidence, they should go to court. But instead of taking the evidence to court, they're not asking Clark Foundation to come and prove that they didn't use public money. That's not what the law says. And what is even painful is that they are using the court to do it. The court that should be protecting the defendant and the state, that should be the neutral party, is now becoming part of the prosecution to force private people, even though the case is not even before the court, which is not even before them, they stay in the investigative stage, to say, can't produce evidence. And now what would get problem with the judge? We think that they want to call it judicial abuse of power. Now, judicial abuse of power is tantamount to impeachment. And the judge who is doing it, it is believed that he's one of the best judges in our country. Why is he doing it? So we have power too. The legislature get power. If you are in the judiciary, you abuse your power, we can impeach you. We can move you from power. We can impeach you. You saw the order in the chamber. You saw how all the senators are angry. That this is wrong. We should not allow a judge or asset recovery board to you. You cannot ask accused people to produce evidence against themselves. The Constitution Article 21 is very clear. It says no man shall be compelled to provide evidence against themselves. So that is why that is the concerning issue I raised today. And we invite those officials responsible before the Senate. The Senate, you can see that how angry member of the Senate was today when that issue was raised. They've been following it for inquiry, so that we can stop it. Today, you know what I mean? Somebody can ask me, if you say I stole government money, prove it. If you can establish it, then you see the property. But you can't come to me to say, give me the list of your donor. Tell me when you hire fundraising program. Give me a telephone number. Who does that? How can a judge even entertain that? How can a judge even entertain that? For a judge to even entertain that, the judge knows it's a complete violation of anybody's right. When the case not even before that judge, something is wrong with the judge, and something is wrong with the man who went there to seek the writ of subpoena desisico. They should not be tolerated into this Liberia. Our country should not go by. This country was funded on the foundation of the rule of law. No judge should be allowed to do that. Judge should not be even encouraging the prosecution to not be going to court. How that judge feel? They use the judge to extract evidence from people and bring evidence to you. The first thing, how do I defend myself? You say you can't implicate myself. I say no. And I'm a private entity. And I fully agree with Clark Foundation to say, look, we're not providing any evidence to anybody. If you get kids, go to court. We get kids, go to jail. As a senator, you may let me, you may not let me, but I will say what is right. We got to fight for the thing our parents and for. People die for the democracy. Today happening to Clark Foundation. We go happen to President Bouakai tomorrow. It could happen to our First Lady, Mrs. Bouakai. It can happen to the Vice President's wife. As I tell you now, most of the senators, including the current First Lady, including the President, I've seen people saying the President Foundation. People can donate to the foundation. They're not crying. People can donate to some other foundation. You see, the foundation is separate from the office of the First Lady. First Lady, they're not position. First Lady office, they're not position in government. It's just a title. When you're married to the president, you call you for the president. Not married, no matter will be there to run an office. But when the president get married, they get you a title. And in the first little office, you can do things for government. The government can ask you to do, the government will pay for it. But if you get your foundation, because the foundation is a human person, it's a corporate entity, it can sue and be sued. So you can't say because somebody gave donation, you want to. That's totally wrong. And we stand by the Clark Foundation position that they're not no obligation to produce any statement or any code. They're not on any obligation, and the court can't arrest them because that would be a mistaken thing for the court to even attempt to arrest her because of somebody going. You have to go to court first. Let you be guilty of a crime. So that is our position. That would be the reason why I raised it with the Senate. Next week, Monday, we're filing a formal, not Monday, next week we'll file a formal complaint to the Senate to invite these individuals to come and show the reason why they are doing what they are doing. Somebody got to go through the investigation. I hope the judge will realize his mistake because he's someone that a lot of people believe that he's one of the best judges in Liberia, but what he's doing now, it made me to judge whether or not he's one of the best judges. Because you see clear-cut constitutional provision and say nobody should compare somebody produce evidence against and then they come to you and say, man, I can't issue the rate. Go find your evidence and bring it. Or bring the complaint here. Then when we talk here, you want issue subpoena desisico, probably people make contribution. They don't tell me who making contribution. I gave my money. I said, don't tell people I gave my money. But you see the account. You want to trade the account. Somebody can get your account, but you don't call my name. I can give you money and send it to an account. You don't have to call my name. My company can give you money. Do you have to call my name and say I can give you money? No. First of all, you must start with government money laws in the first place. But government money law, then you're looking for government money from someone that money not law from them. We're going to tell you which one they call that one, which one. So we're going to start this. It's not good for Liberia. It's not good for Liberia. We're not remain silent. The only thing you can do for people like me, when I tell people, I will not remain silent in the country. The only thing you can do is say you kill me. But one time I'm not telling McGill, even my father, my dead father come from the grave and he made a mistake, I will criticize him. So we think this is wrong, it should not be accepted. It can happen to any one of you. We should not set a precedent to you that people be going after tomorrow. Anybody can accuse you. But the person say you can't exonerate yourself. That's what the law says. The law says if the government accuses you, it's better on a criminal case, the burden on the government. The reason why we get the government money to go and find the evidence. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll be taking a few questions from page.
My name is Obadiah Johnson, Senator McGill. In your own words, you mentioned that abuse of justice amounts to
Yeah,
impeachment.
If you violate your constitutional obligation.
Impeachment.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about instituting
No, right now.
impeachment proceeding against Justice Russell Bewede?
Well, right now, that's not what we are. I just say it will amount to impeachment. But I don't think right now we are at a stage of impeachment. I just say the judge should understand, because it's not the first time the judge doing it. The second rate he had an issue. The second rate he had issue. So it's not like the second rate he had issue. But you should know that there's consequences for. You can't just be abusing your office. The same way you abuse mine, the poor can move me from that. But you can't be abusing your office. You gotta understand that the poor can check him, who can stop him from doing what he's doing. Not just have discretionary power to do anything he want to do, even in violation of the Constitution. You know, I respect the open. I have a lot of respect for him, but if you don't wrong, we'll call him off.
Senator Madam Kawia was not an ordinary Liberian when she constructed her Clara Hope Foundation there in Marshall, Mangibi County, for the sake of promoting accountability and transparency, and in keeping with the Freedom of Information law. Don't you think it's prudent enough that she provide these documents?
That's not how the law works. Let him go to court and accuse the woman because she doesn't know what she's doing wrong. Go to court and make an allegation. Then she can't defend herself. But you can't tell us, can't exonerate herself. I investigated you, you might exonerate yourself. Not what the law works in the country. This is a country of law. It's not a country of men. Everybody follow the law in this country. The reason why you can hold somebody accountable because there's the law. The law says when you commit a crime, they might arrest you. So you can't go say because the law says when we come trying to no, it's the law. We're all following the law. So the government got to follow the law. And the government has a right, a reason to believe that there were, you know, sometimes I was in government before. Let's assume money was used to build Clara Foundation. Then it has to be an agent of government who gave the money to the Clara Foundation, correct? Assuming that you use government money, it has to be an agent of the government that took the money and gave the Clara Foundation. Because Clara Foundation is a private entity. It does not receive government money. Except to say they gave government money to Clara Foundation and Clara Foundation made the money in this way. But assuming that was the case, it has to be a government entity, either Ministry of Finance or Ministry of State, took money and say they have money for this year, we're taking it and get a Clara Foundation. Then the person who is going to be going after will be the Minister of State who made money, government money. Then when you establish that the Clara Foundation was a product of the government money, then you can go to, but you can't go to Clara Foundation first. You got to first go to the government entity that created the corruption, that sent money to Clara Foundation. You can't to me investigate Nathaniel McGill. Nathaniel McGill is guilty. You took $200 million. That $200 million you're using to build Clara Foundation. Then Clara Foundation has become a product of my action. But you can't go to the foundation and say that government money, because the foundation is not government
But Senator,
money.
is it a big deal now for the foundation to just
It's a big
provide
deal.
the
It's a big
sources
deal.
of funding
It's a big
to
deal.
that project?
Because the private people money, they don't know who getting money. They don't ask questions. Then why am I giving the money to you? The people who give me money, I supposed to ask me questions. Not the government. They're not government money. Why do I get the government? She's on no obligation, except in a code of law, where it is required for her to do so, then she can do so. But you can't go tell us, tell me who gave you money to build a foundation. They're not government money. What are you doing? What are you doing that one for? So the foundation is absolutely right to say that we're not doing it. Because what the law says don't do it. The law prohibits that from happening. We're not against the fight against corruption. The reason why we gave the Arab group $2 million to do what they're doing, but they cannot go to do the wrong. And you guys should not even be supporting it. In your interest, gentlemen. You're a journalist. All they're gonna be us. Most of your horses here. But that's already there. You tell me what's already there. So when you're making people out of your place, I have built a horse. Where you get the money from? Eh? Most of the journalists making people out. Some of them making a higher money, you're making, I can tell you all of them here. The higher money, nobody is making money on that. Eh? You making, okay, nobody is making money for that. I call 40,000, 50,000. Some of them get horses, I call 100,000. Where you get the money from? Eh? They will say that corruption. But it's not corruption. Liberia is Liberia. You're building house here, you come to me, Maggie, I want to do something, I give you 1,000 naira, I give you 500 naira, somebody give you cement, somebody give you black, somebody give you day, you pay your little house. Somebody can ask you, say, tell me all the donor, give me the little donor that I pay your house with. You think it right? No journalist here, all of your guys say agree, then you're making more than 500 naira. But 500 I can pay you a mansion. But go see the journalists, go see the houses. Oh, I'm telling you. Go see Johnny, you see your houses, when all are married, and you say he's scared, this and that.
Honorable Magill, during your team meeting deliberations, you maintain that if the need be, you will send a communication inviting the George Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Do you maintain that statement?
Yeah, I still maintain that. We are already working with my police. We're trying to see whether we should invite the Arab people to the pier. Because that's a violation, that's what the law requires. Because Arab is a government institution. We'll get them money. And, you know, you saw the anger in the Senate. You know what I mean? You guys were there. You saw all the senators were angry. This is not. We just want it done right. You know, the reason why we'll get them money to do the job correctly, but they can do the job. I mean, Arab people cannot be doing what they're doing. It's wrong. So we don't want confusion in this country. You know, it's a sad day for the country. Very, very sad. And I hope they will do the right thing. I hope the judge is listening because we are watching the activity of the judge. The judge knows that the judiciary can be checked by the legislature. You can check them if it is an overbearing or judicial function. They're not there. They can't just do anything without being checked. I mean, you gotta understand that they too can be checked, and we have the power to do that. And by checking their conduct, if you're abusing your power, the only thing we can do is to get you impeached. We get 29 senators, you saw almost the whole, we get 30 senators, you saw almost all the 30 senators were very angry. So if it came to impeachment, that job will just be quick. It'll be very fast. So I hope the judge listening, and I hope my friend Beryl Clamantin is listening. The way he's proceeding is very wrong. We gave him government money to proceed on the rule of law, not to be jumping all over the place. If you get evidence, bring your evidence. I mean, nobody again the fight against corruption, but just do it in the confines of the law.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Magill, former chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change.